Um, Thanks for letting me do this J-term thing. I realized that I was a little late starting off, but yeah, thanks for letting me do all this. Had a ton of fun, and here's my presentation. So, this is my first time doing J-term, so, uh, it was mainly on me. My parents helped a lot, actually. They got me my supplies, they helped me get a teacher. So I started J-term thinking that I was just gonna do painting, and that's what I put on my J-term thing. I'm not sure if it's okay that I sort of deviated off the path of just painting, but I still did some painting. I spent a lot of money on supplies, a lot. I bought paintbrushes, canvas, bought an easel, paints were really expensive. I think I spent about $100 on everything for this project. But yeah, we went to this place called the Bookshop. It's a little shop near where we live. It has everything. You can buy all your art supplies there. That's what we did. There's arts and craft. You can even buy pre-made science projects there. And yeah, they just have everything. So we went there. They had most of what we wanted. And then we went to this little art store in a hotel called the Isla Hotel. And yeah, so we got the rest of it there. Lots of stuff. But I'm not just using it for J-term, and I'm definitely gonna continue painting and continue drawing, and I'm gonna do a lot of art after this. I started out painting all by myself. I watched a couple YouTube tutorials on how to start off painting. I watched what supplies I needed. I watched how to paint, and there's this really great guy on YouTube called Brandon Schaefer, I think. But yeah, he does all these tutorials, and I learned the majority of what I did from him. So the first one that I did is this one. I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't really have a title. It was just my first painting. It's a tree, and yeah, I really like it because I spent a lot of time on it. I sat down with my first painting thinking it was going to turn out terrible. I had no idea what I was doing. I only had this short little YouTube tutorial. I started out with my big brush and started out laying down the dark colors, and I laid down the background, painted the sky first, and then I laid down the dark colors of the tree. I first painted the tree trunks and all the branches inside, and then I mixed my green, and I slowly started just leaf by leaf painting each individual leaf on it. And I started out relatively dark and just painted every single leaf on all the branches, and then from there I started doing my highlights, and I did all the brighter leaves on it, and then I did the low lights, all the darker leaves, and then I went to do the highlights on the tree trunk, and then I painted the shadow. So all in all, I'm pretty proud of this painting. I think it was a good one, especially for my first, and yeah, I really like it. My second painting that I did, it was on a slightly bigger canvas. It's clouds, just random clouds that I did. I painted the background, I painted the sky first, and it just sort of sat there for a while, and I kept looking at it, not sure what to do with it, but then I just decided, Why not do some clouds? This is my first clouds I've tried, and I think they turned out pretty well. So yeah, like my previous one, I started out in the moderate lights and then worked up to the highlights. Just made a whole bunch of random wispy cloud shapes, and I think this one turned out pretty well too. So after that, I went on to Facebook and stuff and started looking around for an art teacher. The guy I found, it was crazy. This thing happened. Turns out there was a former Disney animator who lived like 2 doors down from me, and his name's David Martin, and he's a phenomenal art teacher. He's starting out by teaching me how to draw. I'm taking his classes not just for J-term but for months, and I'm gonna actually learn how to draw and the fundamentals of drawing, and I'm gonna learn painting, and he's gonna teach me oil painting once I'm done with drawing. But he said to start doing drawing for my J-term, and that's where this whole thing sort of deviates off painting. So I went from painting to just drawing simple things. He told me to go home and start doing just simple line drawings, like looking at things, and sketching them, and like it's really roughly, and just like to just get down the basic lines of the object. So I drew this for a test for just like a little line drawing for homework. And yeah, so I started out by doing that. I actually did a little interview with him, and so I'll roll that clip.
My name is David Martin, and I'm from Los Angeles, and I used to work at Walt Disney Studios as an animator.
How long have you been working in animation?
I worked at Disney, the feature animation, for 6.5 years, but I started drawing when I was 6 years old.
Wow. So how'd you learn how'd you learn to draw?
By trial and error. Basically, my father liked to draw, really enjoyed doing it, and so he recognized that I had some talent, and so he encouraged me when I was about 5 or 6 years old to keep drawing, which a lot of fathers wouldn't, to be honest, and I was very fortunate, and so through his encouragement, I just stuck at it and took a few lessons along the way, and just kept at it.
Alright, so now you're an art teacher?
Yes.
Is that what you do for a living?
No, I'm over here, and I'm in Abu Dhabi, the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, to sell and market my own artwork, and I've had some multimedia Photoshop paintings, and I want to take those, and I have a contact at a gallery, so I'm going to be marketing my artwork here, and primarily but my wife's a teacher. We came over here to benefit from the tax structures here in Abu Dhabi, but I'm going to be marketing my own artwork.
All right. So yeah, thanks. So yeah, he pretty much taught me. He's teaching me all the things I need to know about drawing. Currently, we're learning perspective and how to make things look more realistic and get my hand-eye coordination really down for drawing. And all in all, I think I'm gonna really benefit from learning all this in the long run, because like my art teacher said to me once, everything that you see is sketched out at one point. Everything from my shoes to this house to the camera I'm filming this on. Everything had to be sketched out at one point for with the design. So I could I could get a job drawing stuff and sketching stuff, or I could continue to pursue my hobby and just the stuff I like doing, sell my art, see who likes it. I just got a DeviantArt account, and that lets me sell my art as prints. So I can actually sell it to people all over the internet, all over the world. Sell them my prints of my art that I do, and I'm really excited about that. I'm also getting into photography, but that's another story. So yeah, I sort of continued drawing with him, did little sketches here and there, and I drew this. This is a shaded notebook that I did. I really like it. I think I did a good job with the values and the proportioning the things where I saw them. This was a real. I sketched this off a real model sitting on my table, and I think it turned out really nice. I got the shadows the way they were, everything just the way it was. I just sat down and draw, and it's really nice to let my creativity flow like that. Because I can actually sit down and do what I like. I mean, I love art. It's like what I do. It's amazing, and I think that doing this for J-term is an amazing opportunity, because then I can actually get to pursue what I love, learn new things about art, actually improve and learn whole new fields of art, and just completely better myself in the long run. And yeah, I'm just really excited about what I've learned and what I'm going to learn. And this whole J-term thing has been a great opportunity for me to do that. I did another one. It was a spyglass, and it was actually I have this little spyglass telescope that I bought for 120 dirhams at this little shop. It's really cool. They had like a whole bunch of like maritime compasses and spyglasses and locks and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. And this is the spyglass that I modeled off of, and as you can see. So yeah, I just set that down on the table, started drawing it, and yeah. So, thanks again for letting me do this this J-term. I really enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun learning new things and getting new things and just experiencing this whole new world of art that I can do, and it's really nice. And